Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Now in the C playlist, now we are going to see about while loops in C. So in our previous video, we have seen about nested for loop. Hope you understood. Now we are going to see about while loop in C. So basically while loop is a type of looping statement. So while loop means it is used to repeat a block of code as long as the condition is true, right? So it is called an entry controlled loop because the condition is checked before executing the loop body. So that means while loop will run the block of code if the condition only gets true, right? So for syntax for while loop is we just write while, and inside it we just need to write condition, and inside that curly braces and block of code, right? So this is our basic syntax of while. So how this loop will run? So first the compiler will come to this line and it will check this condition. If the condition is true, then only it will inside this block, right? If the condition gets true, then only it will enter the block of code, right? So first it will check the condition. So first checking the condition. If that is true, runs the block of code. Runs the block of code and then increment, and again it will check the condition, right? So this is how loops run until the condition gets failed. Until the condition gets failed, the loop will be run, right? So we will see one example for this while loop. I am taking one variable that is int n equal to 5, or maybe we don't need this variable. First, for having we need to give one condition in while loop, right? So first I am initializing one variable, so I with 0, and I am writing here while I less than equal to 5, it should stop the condition. It should stop the loop, right? So inside it I am going to print the I, right? So here what will happen? First my I is 0, right? Then it will goes to this line and it will 0 is less than or equal to 5. Yeah, that is true, right? Then this will enter into this block of code, right? Then it will print the 0. Then what will happen? Every time this loop will be true because every time 0 is less than equal to 5, right? So infinity time this loop will be run. So what I need to do means here I want to increment the I. If I increment here I means now the I will become 1, right? So 0 plus 1, it is obviously 1. Then again it will check the condition 1 is less than equal to 5. Yeah, that is true, and it will enter into this line and it will print 1 here, right? Then it will go to third line and it will increment to 2, right? So it will check 2 less than equal to 5, the condition gets true, it will enter here and it will print 2 here. Okay, so again it goes to this line and increment the I, and again the condition will be checked 3 less than equal to 5, yeah, that is true, and it will come to this printing statement and print the 3, right? Then again increment the value by 4. Now again it will check 4 less than equal to 5, yeah, that is true, and 4 will be printed, right? After printing it will increment the value to 5. So now it will check 5 less than equal to 5, yeah, that is to 5 equal to 5. So now it will come to this printing statement and print the 5. Then again the I will be incremented to 6. Now here it will check 6 less than equal to 5, no, the condition gets false, right? So if the condition gets fail, it will not enter into this block of code. But now our I value is 6. So if I printed I, the value will be 6. Okay, so I am also printing I at the last of the while loop. The loop gets terminated here at the value of 6. So now our I will be 6 and our output will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I am running this program. See, I have got here. Wait, let me print it with this space. Giving space, and so if I run means, see, I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and my I value is 6 here. Okay, so you understood how this while is running. It will first, it will check the condition. If the condition is true, it will go inside the block of code and do whatever the code says, and it will increment or decrement. Then again it will check until the condition gets fails, right? So what's the difference between while and for means? We use the for loop if we know our range that the program should stop until that condition. When we don't know the condition where the program should be stopped, then we use the while loop, right? So if we know the range, then we use for loop. If we don't know the range means we use the while loop, right? So now we will see some problems based on while loop. So now we are going to see some problems in while loop. So first sum is find sum of first n numbers, right? So our problem statement is calculate the sum of numbers from 1 to n. That means we need to get one input from the user, that is n. How many numbers we need to sum, right? So we just want to add one by one number, 1 and then I plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, that like we need to add the numbers, right, from 1 to the n. So if I give this input as 5, so it will add here 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, right? So 1 plus 2 will be 3, 3 plus 3 will be 6, then plus 4 10 and plus 5 15. So we got our output as 15, right? So now we are going to do this in while loop. So what and all we required? We required one user input, that is n, and we will initialize one variable, that is sum, right? And we need to iterate, right? And we are going to add it in using while loop. So first we will see the code and then we will go move on to the explanation, okay? So I am creating one file. So what is our question? Sum of 1 to n numbers, right? So how we are going to do this? First we need to get one user input, that is n. So using scanf, I am going to get the input. Then what I am supposed to do? So I am taking one variable, that is sum equal to 0, and I am taking another variable, that is I, initializing with 1. Okay, because we need to sum starting from 1, right? We need to calculate the sum from 1 to n. So we are first starting with 1. Then we are going to increment the I, and we are going to add the I with this sum. So while I less than equal to n. Up to this the condition will be run. Then inside this I am going to add with sum. So sum plus I. Then I am going to increment this I. So finally I am going to print this sum. So what will happen here? So first question we have sum of n numbers, right? So what the code we have written? We have written n, we will just take n equal to 5, okay? So I have initialized I with 0, right? And one variable sum with 0. Our code is while I less than equal to n, I am just going to add in some I value, right? And I am incrementing the I value. So what is happening here? So first my n is 5, right? So the program will come to this line and it will check. Our I value is, sir, we have taken it as 1, right? We have taken is 1 and it will check 1 less than equal to, what is our n value? Our n value is 5, right? This, if the condition gets true, it will enter into this line, right? It will enter into the block of code and now it will calculate sum equal to sum plus I. What the value we have in sum? We have 0 in sum, right? So 0 plus what the value we have in I? 1, right? So 1, now in the sum we have 1, okay? So now in the sum it will be 1, right? So after this it will enter into this line and it will increment the I, right? So now the I will become 2, right? So 1 plus 1 it will become 2 and again it will go to this while. And now it will check. Now it will check 2 less than equal to 5. The condition is true, then it will enter into this line. And now in the sum what we have? In the sum we have 1, right? So 1 plus what is our I value? 2. Now in the sum we will have 3, right? So now in the sum we will have 3 in it, right? So again it will come to this line and now the I will be incremented to 3, right? So then again it will goes to this while loop and it will check 3 less than equal to 5 or not. Yeah, the condition is true. It will enter into this line and in our sum value what we have? We have 3 in it, right? So 3 plus our I value is 3. Now in the sum we will have 6, right? 3 plus 3, 6. Then it will goes to this increment part and now the I will be incremented to 4, right? So again it will goes to this loop and it will check 4 less than equal to 5, it will check, the condition gets true and it will enter into this line. Now in sum what we have? We have 6 in sum, right? So 6 plus what is our I value? Our I value is 4. Now in the sum we will have 10, right? So now in the sum we have 10 in it, right? Then again it will goes to this increment part, it will increment it to 5. So now we will check 5 less than equal to 5, the condition gets true, right? So then it will goes to the sum part and now in sum what we have? We have 10 in it, right? So 10 plus our I value is 5, so equal to 15, right? So now in the sum we have 15 in it, right? So again it will goes to this I increment part. It will increment it to 6 and it will check 6 less than equal to 5, the condition get fails, the loop will be terminated. And we have one printing statement here, right? That is sum we are printing. So after terminating this loop, it will goes to this line and print the sum. What value we have in sum now? We have 15 in it. So our output will be 15. Okay. This is how internally while loop is learning. So finally our output will be 15. So we will run this code. So and I am giving 5 as input. See, we got 15. Okay. I am giving here 10 and our value will be 55. Okay. So hope you understood our first problem using while loop. So we will move on to our second problem. Okay. If you have any doubts, let me see in the comments. So now we are moving to the second sum. So what we have in our second sum, so our target is to print even numbers up to n, right? Print all even numbers from 1 to n. So we are supposed to print the even numbers starting from 1 and it should be between the up to n, right? If I given the n as 5, we need to print the even numbers between 1 and 5. That is, we have 2 and 4, right? So like that we need to print. So what is the condition for even numbers? If it is divisible by 2, then it is said to be even numbers, right? So see, our input is, they are given 10, right? So we have got our output as 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So from 1 till 10, the even numbers we have is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Right? So now pause the video and try to solve it by yourself. Hope you solved. So now I am going to add the code for this problem. So I am creating one file, sum2.c. So what is our question? Print even numbers from 1 to n, right? So what we supposed to do first? We need one input n, right? So I am taking int n using scanf. I am getting the input. And then what I want? First I want to initialize one variable, that is I, right? Starting from 1, because we need to calculate, start using find with 1, right? So then while for checking the even number, what is the condition? The number should be divisible by 2, right? So what does this modulus operator will do? The modulus operator will give the remainder, right? So when my I is divided by 2, if the remainder is 0, then it will be divisible by 2, right? If my remainder is something like 1 or 2, it is not divisible by 2, right? So if here I am taking 2 module 2, then 2 will be divisible by 2, right? Then we will get our remainder like 0. Okay. So if I dividing 5 modulus 2, I will get the remainder as 1, right? So this is how this modulus will work. We will see in the explanation, don't worry. So if this condition true, then I am going to print the I, right? I am going to print the I. Then what we need to do? We need to increment our I, right? So that's it for printing the even numbers. This is our code using while loop. So now I am going to explain this. So our second question is print even numbers from 1 to n, right? So what code we have written? I have started I from 1, right? And my n will be, now I am taking n as I'm taking n as 7. Okay, I'm taking n as 7. So I have written while my I modulus 2 equal to 0, then what should I do? I just want to print my I, right? And I am incrementing my I. So this is our code to print the even numbers from 1 to n, right? So what is happening here? First I have n as 7, right? And initially my I is 1. Now first it will enter into this while loop, right? Then our I value is 1. So 1 modulus 2, it will check if it is 0 or not. So how this modulus will work? See here. So this is how we will divide, right? So we will divide like this, right? So if I divide like this, I can't divide 1 by 2, right? So I need to give here point and add some value here, right? So if I give here 5 and 10, it will become, right? But starting itself, I have to keep 1 point. Before that, I can't able to divide that one. So obviously our remainder will be 1, right? Then this is not. So if we, this is how divide will be look like, right? So I am dividing 1 divided by 2, right? So basically 1 cannot divided by 2, right? So simply our remainder will be 1, right? Because it is not divisible by 2. So here this condition gets false, right? So now we are going to write the code for our second problem, that is print even number from 1 to n. So for that I want one n variable and I am using scanf. I am going to get the input from the user and I want one variable, that is I, starting from 1, right? So this loop want to terminate if my I is, the I should be less than or equal to our n. Until that the loop gets run. If it reaches this condition, that is when our I greater than n, it will terminate the loop. So I want to check for even numbers, right? So inside this loop I am just checking for the even number. If my I divided by 2, then it is even number. So I am going to print that, right? If it is not even number, just increment the I. Okay. So this is the code for our second problem. So we just try to understand what is happening here. So print the even numbers from 1 to n, right? So what is our code? First we have taken one int n, right? So I am taking it as 7. Then I am initialize one value, that is I equal to 1. Then while I is less than equal to n, the block of code should be execute, right? And inside it I am going to check for even numbers. If my I modulo 2 equal to 0, then just print the I, right? Or else just increment the I value. So what is happening here? So first my n is 7, right? And my I value is 1. Then it will enter into this while loop, right? So first it will check what is our I value. Our I value is 1. 1 less than or equal to 7, it is going to check. The condition gets true and it will enter into this if condition, right? So in if condition, what it is checking? I modulo equal to 0 or not, it is checking. I modulo 2 equal to 0 or not, it is checking. So how it will work? First, the divide look like this only, right? So 1 is divided by 2. So 1 cannot be divided by 2, right? So it is automatically the remainder will be 1. Right? Automatically the remainder will be 1. Then, but we want our remainder as 0. But we got our remainder as 1. Right? So this condition gets failed. That is false. Then it will not enter into this block of code. It will directly goes this increment part and just increment the I value to 2. Right? So now in our I value we will have 2, right? So it will check 2 less than equal to 7, the condition gets true and it will enter into this if condition and it will check 2 modulo 2 equal to 0 or not. So again it will divide, right? 2, 2. So we can divide 2 by 2, right? So 2 ones are 2 and our remainder is 0. So here also our remainder is should be 0 and we got our remainder as 0, right? So this condition gets true and it will enter into this printing statement and it will print the I. What is our I value? Our I value is 2, right? So our 2 will be printed now. Then it will exit this if block and it will goes to this iteration for increment part and our I will be 3, right? So it will now our I will become 3 and now it will check 3 less than or equal to 7. Yeah, that is true. And it will come inside the if block. It will check 3 modulus 2 equal to 0 or not. So if we divide it, so if we divide 2 by 3 means, so 2 ones are 2. What we got our remainder? 1. So if we divide 3 divided by 2, so 2 ones are 2, right? So our remainder will be 1. So here we want 0 as remainder but we get 1 as remainder. So this condition gets failed. It will just exit this if condition and it will goes to this increment part. Now the I will be 4, right? So now it will check our I is 4. It will check 4 less than equal to 7. The condition gets true. And it will check 4 modulos 2 equal to 0 or not. So 4, 2, right? So 2 2s are 4. The remainder is 0, right? So here we need 0 and we got 0. So the condition gets true, right? The condition gets true and it will print the I value, that is 4, right? So it will exit this if block and it will increment our I value to 5, right? So our I value is 5. So it will check 5 less than or equal to 7. Yeah, that is true. It will check 5 modulus 2 equal to 0 or not. So how does it work? 5, 2, right? So we will do 2 2s are 4, right? So what is our remainder? Our remainder is 1. But we want 0 as remainder. So the condition gets false. It will just increment the I to 6, right? So now our I will become 6. So it will check 6 less than or equal to 6. 6 less than or equal to 6. 7 it will check. Then it will check 6 modulus equal 2 equal to 0 or not. Then we will have like this. Then 2 3s are 6. right? So our remainder will get 0. So the condition gets true. Then it will go inside this printing statement and it will print here 6, right? Then the I will get increment. Then it will check. So now our I will become 7 and it will check 7 less than or equal to 7, that is true. And it will check 7 modulus equal 2 equal to 0 or not. So 7 here, 2 here, right? So it will check 2 3s are 6 and our remainder is 1. But we want 0 as remainder, right? So this condition gets fail. And it will not print the I and it will just increment the I value as 8. Now it will check 8 less than or equal to 7 in this line and it will get false, right? Because 8 less than equal to 7, it is not true. So this is how our second problem works. So hope you understood this. So I am going to run this code. So and I am giving here up to 10. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, right? So now we will move on to the third sum of our while loop. So our third sum is count digits in a number, right? So our third sum is count digit in a number. So what this means? We need to count how many digits present in a given number. So how many digits we have here? We have here 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we have totally 4 digits in this number, right? So how we are going to get this? We are just going to remove one by one in this number. We are going to remove one digit from the last every iteration and we are going to count that, okay? So see here, we have some explanation here. So remove last digit in each loop, increase count until the number becomes 0. So they are given some hint for us. So now we are going to code for that problem. So what is our question? Count digit in a number, right? So first what we want one number, that is n. Using scanf, I am going to get the input. So for count, I am initializing one variable count starting from 0. So they have given one int, that is run this while loop until that n gets 0, right? So when our n is greater than 0, we need to run this while loop, right? Until our n gets 0, the loop should be run. So first I am taking here one variable, that is int digit, and I am storing n modulos 10, okay? And I am count equal to count plus 1. I am incrementing the count and then I am dividing the n by 10, okay? So don't worry if you don't understood, we will learn. Try to understood this. So finally I am printing the count value. So what is happening here? So we will just listen here. So first I have given the n as 167, okay? And my count is initially 0, right? So how many numbers we have, digits we have in this number? 3, right? 1, 6, 7. So what is my program? While my n is greater than 0 until that the while should run, right? So inside what I have written, int digit equal to n modulus 10 I wrote, right? Then I just increment the count and then I divided it by 10. Finally I have printed the count, right? So what is happening here now? So first our n is 167. So the program will come to this line and it will check 167 greater than 0 or not. Yeah, the condition gets true, right? The condition gets true. Then it will go inside this line and it will check. Now what we have in our n? 167, right? So if we modulus it by 10, what we get? See, I am doing a division. 167, right? And I am dividing it by 100. So 116s are, I will get 160, right? So if I minus here, I will get 7 as a remainder. So I am storing this remainder in this digit variable, right? So now I will have 7 in the digit, right? So basically I have got the last value. That is, I have got this last value. And I am counting now. We have found the last digit, right? So I have increment the count value by 1. So now in our count value we will have 1, right? We will have 1. So then after incrementing it will move on to this line, right? So here what I have written, now our n I have 167, right? So I am dividing it by 10. So basically this is our division, right? So here also same, 167 divided by 10. So for modulos we will see this remainder, right? And if I divide it using this symbol, I will get the quotient, right? So now in my n the value will be changed to 16, right? So in my n now I have 16. So I am basically, what I am doing here means repeatedly I am removing the last digit and counting it, and from the original number I am removing the last digit. Okay, so here now our n we have 16, right? So it will check 16 greater than 0, it will check. Yeah, that is true. It will goes inside this line and it will check 16 modulos 10. What will be the output? So 16 10, right? So 10 ones are, we will get 6 10, right? So 10 ones are, we will get 10 and our remainder is 6, right? So in the digit I am having 6 now. I have stored here 6. So then I am just incrementing the count value to 2. 1 plus 1, that is 2, right? So now in my count value I have 2. So now what I have did, first I am taken this 7 and I count 1, right? And then I removed 7 from n. Now I have got the last digit as 6. So now I am going to remove this 6 from n, right? For that, so in this line, now the n is what? 16, right? So it will divide 16 by 10. So same division, right? So in the quotient what we have? We have 1, right? So the 1 will be stored in our n now. So now the n will be 1, right? So again the n is 1. It will check 1 greater than 0. Yeah, that is true. and I will divide 1 divided by 100. What I will get? So I am dividing 1, 10. So 1 cannot be divided by 10, right? So automatically our remainder will be 1. So here we will have 1, and then the count will be incremented to 3, right? Our count will be incremented to 3. Then now in this line we will get 1 divided by 10. So here already we have done division, we had nothing in our quotient. So now in our n we have 0. So we have 0 in our n. So it will check 0 greater than 0. The condition gets false. Now the loop gets terminated and now the count will be printed. What is our count? We have 3 in count, right? So our output will be 3. So this is how this program is running internally. So we will just run this program. So I have given here 1, 2, 3, 4 and I have got 4 here. Okay. So I am giving a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I have 6 digits in it, right? So hope you understood this problem. Try it yourself. Now I am going to do the fourth problem. Okay. So what we have in fourth sum? We need to reverse a number, right? So what is our problem? We need to reverse the given number. If our given number is 1, 2, 3, so our output should be 3, 2, 1. It should be print in reverse order, right? So they are given some explanation. So first we need to extract the last digit using modulus 10. So we have did in the same extracting last digit using modulus 10 in the previous sum itself. So then we need to build a reverse number, right? Then we need to remove the digit using divided by 10, that is taking the quotient. That also we did in our previous problem. So same logic, we are just going to change that count and we are going to build a reverse number. Okay. So now we will see the code for this problem. So I am creating one new file. So what is our problem? Reverse a number, right? So for that I want one int n and I am using scanf. I am going to get that input and I want one variable to store that reverse number. First I am taking it as 0 and then I am writing the condition. Our n should be greater than 0, right? Until the number n gets 0, we need to run this loop. So first, for extracting the last digit, what we want to do? First I am initialize one digit and I am extracting the last digit using modulus operate with 10. So now what I am going to do here? So now I am taking reverse equal to reverse into 10 plus our digit. Okay. So if you don't understand, don't worry, we will explain that. So finally I am going to remove that last digit from n and I am just going to print the reverse value. So this is our code for our fourth problem. So what is happening here, we will see. So our question is reverse a given number, right? So what we have, our code is, now I am taking the n as 1, 2, 3, right? Then I am taking one variable, that is reverse equal to 0. First I am taking, so my code is while n is greater than 0, I am going to do the operation. First I am going to extract the last digit using modulus with 10, and I am building the reverse number using my reverse number into 10 plus the last digit, and I am just removing the last digit from the n. So this is what we are doing, right? So here what is happening, first the while loop will run, right? So it will check 123 greater than 0, the condition gets true, right? It will go inside this line and it will check our 123, it will do the operation and it will store the value in this digit, right? So what is happening here, I am going to divide 123 by 10, right? So I will get 12s are 120 and my remainder will be 3, right? So this remainder will be stored in this digit. So now I have 3 in it, right? So next it will come to this line. So first it will store rev equal to what I have in rev, we have 0 in our rev, right? So I have 0 in my rev. So into 10 means what I will get, 0, right? So plus my digit is 3. So what I have now, I will get in my rev, I will get my 3, right? So in rev 3 will be stored, right? So in my rev 3 will be stored. Then it will come to this line and it will remove the last digit, that is, so we have 123, right? So it will remove this 3 from the n. Now in our n we will have 1, 2. If I do the revision means same, right? So this quotient will be stored in n now. So again it will check, so now it will check 1, 2 is, we have n 12, so 12 is greater than 0, obviously it is true. So it will divide 12 modulus 10. So now 12 modulus 10 means 12 will be divided by 10. So 10 ones are 10 we will have, remainder will be 2. So now in our digits we have 2 in it, right? So it will come to this line and now in our array what we have, 3, right? So 3 into 10 means 30, right? So plus our digit is 2. So 3 into 10 we will get 30. So plus 2 we will get 32, right? So in our rev now we have 32, right? So again it will come to this line and now in the end we have 1, right? So how we have already done this division. So in the quotient we have 1, right? So the 1 will be stored in the n. Now this 2 will be removed from n. So now n we have 1, it will check 1 greater than equal to 0, Yeah, that is true. So it will divide 1 modulus 2. What we will get? 1. Because 1 cannot be divided by 10. So obviously our remainder will be 1. Right? So in rev what we have? Already we have rev 32. So 32 into 10. Our digit is 1. Then it will become 330 plus 1. Right? So totally what we have? We have 321 in our rev. Now again the n will become 0, right? See, we can't able to divide 1 by 10, sorry 1, we cannot divide 1 using 10, so our remainder will be 1 and our quotient will be 0, right? So now our n will be become 0, so it will check 0 greater than 0, the condition gets false, so it will not enter into this block. Now what we have in our rev? We have 332 in our rev. Okay, so now we will run this code. So I am giving 3 2 1 4, so I am gonna get 4 1 2 3. So see, 4 1 2 3, right? So again I am running this. So now I am giving 9 8 7 6 5. So I am gonna get 5 6 7 8 9. So right, 5 6 7 8. So this is the logic for reversing a number. So hope you understood this problem. Now we will move on to the next problem. Okay, sum of digits. Okay, so what is our target? We just need to find the sum of the digits of a number, right? So we have done to this problem, right? So count digits in a number. So we are gonna take that count and we are going to sum it. Okay, so same logic, first we are going to generate the last digit and instead of count plus plus we are going to sum equal to sum plus that digit. Okay, then we are going to remove the last digit. Okay, so stop the video and try it yourself. So I am going to write the code for this. So I am writing one file. So int main. So what we are going to do? We are going to calculate sum of digits, right? So first we want one n, right, to calculate the sum of digits. So I am going to get it from the user. So did you remember that we solved third sum? So first I need to initialize one variable with sum equal to 0 and I need to check n greater than 0. Up to that the program should be done. So for getting the last digit, what we are supposed to do? First we want to get digit equal to n modulus 10, right? Then in the previous sum we have used count plus plus, right? Instead of that I am giving sum equal to sum plus digit. It will count the digits, right? So again I am removing the last digit from n using divided by 10 and finally I am printing the sum. Okay, so this is our code for sum of digits. So what is happening here? First if I give here 1 2 3, so initially my sum is 0, so it will check here. What is our n? 1 2 3 greater than 0, it will check. So the condition will become true. So here 23 divided by 10 we will get, sorry, modulus 10 we will get 3, right? So here we have sum in 0, so plus our digit means 3. So now in our sum we have 3 in it, right? Then again this will remove the last digit. Now our n will become 12, right? So So you understood this flow, right? I hope I don't want to explain in the whiteboard. So I hope you understood this iterative, because we are doing the same thing in the same three problems. So now the n, it will check again 12 is greater than 0. Yeah, that is true. Then it will divide 12 modulus 10, we will get 2, and now in our sum we have 3. So 3 plus 2, we will get 5, right? So now in our sum we will have 5. Then again the last digit will be removed from the n. Now it will check 1 greater than 0. Yeah, that is true. So it will divide 1 modulus 10. So 1 cannot be divided by 10. So the remainder will be 0. So now we have 5 in our sum. So plus 1 we will get 6, right? So now we removed 1 also, and we will remainder with 0. Then it will check 0 greater than 0. It will get false, and it will not enter into this block of code. Now in our sum we will be printed 6, right? 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 3, 6. So I'm going to run this. See, I am giving here 1, 2, 3. So we have got the 6, right? So again I am running this. I'm giving 1, 1, 1, 1, 4 ones, and we have got 4, right? So hope you understood this problem. Try the iterative process by ear. Do some tracing. It will help to practice your more sums. So we have another problem. So I'm giving it as homework. Try it yourself. So we need to check the palindrome number. So what is palindrome? If they flip the number also, it should be same as the input. See, if I given 1 to 1, and if you reverse that number, it should be same like 1 to 1. So see this number 1 to 1. If I reverse the number means same 1 to 1. So if I given 3, 4, 5 and we reverse them, we will get 5, 4, 3, right? So this is not palindrome number. Palindrome number means if we reverse the number, it should same as the input, right? Even if we reverse the number, it should be same as the number we given. So first we need to get the user input, this n, and first use some temp variable to store this number in another variable to check finally. So we have done this reverse number, right? So use this logic reverse number and store it in the different variable reverse, and then compare those two variable, temp and that reverse. If the two variable is same, then that is palindrome. If it is not, it is not a palindrome. So hope you understood. So in this video we have seen about the while loops. So if you have any doubt, so let me see in the comment. So we will see in the next section. So thank you for listening. Subscribe for more videos. Thank you.